Hello there, I'm Matt. Welcome to my devlog for my indie game, The Feathered Serpent. If you're new here or you're a returning viewer, welcome. I'm super happy to have you here. Let's jump into what I was able to get done last week. The majority of it was streamed, but I will go over it for those of you who weren't able to tune into those 8, 9, sometimes 10-hour long streams. So right out the gates, we're going to be looking at the it's like 99% done. I have to work on the music for the plant boss fight. But this is the opening cinematic and the entire plant boss fight. I'll be playing through it and kind of talking your ear off. But just for the first little bit here, I'll just show you what the cutscene looks like. And I'll turn off my camera for you here. All right. Hey, so there it is. It shows our character. Oh shoot! Shows our character landing, and then it zooms out, and you see the full boss coming in. And I died. All right, let's just pretend that that didn't happen. So this is the boss fight, as you saw that updated. Oh, that updated splash, boss splash there. We also have some polished animations. They glow now. Like, the fight is like night and day difference. Completely polished art. Oh, I clicked off the screen. So I'm pretty proud and happy with how this fight turned out. I'm a little underpowered to be fighting them. Oh my gosh, and I keep clicking off the screen. I'm probably gonna die again. But I want to show you at least what the death animations look like for one of them here. So I'll focus up here just for half a second, and I'll just kind of let everything here speak for itself. Alright, so you gotta balance. Like I said, I am underpowered for this fight. I only have 2 items. I would normally have 5 items. But, well, there's the death animation, and then it triggers the special attack from those 2. So that's the death animation. Once you kill them, the screen zooms out, and you're able to progress upwards and go and continue on. So it's completely done. Like the boss fight, like I said, we're just looking for music, which I've reached out to a music composer who is freaking awesome. He's done indie games previously, and I am hoping that he will be able to do some music for me. I have some funds set aside from the Patreon, which if you'd like to be a member of the Patreon, you can know that your funds are going directly into supporting this game. It's kind of like a way to help prepare the game for the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter is going to be a great way to prepare for, or to help the game be better. Yeah, I mean, the Kickstarter is going to be launching mid-December. I just love how I can pray to this altar here. I don't really remember how much I showed off of everything else, but I will go ahead here and just kind of finish up this devlog. I don't want to keep it too long. I'll show off how I kind of rebalanced the starting area. So I was running into an issue where this game was too hard. These guys took like 5 hits to kill in the first area of my game. And I was like, look, you know what? The game's got to be easier. I had a good friend call me up, and we talked about it. And so I have made the game in the first area easier. It's funny because 2 years ago, I was saying the same thing. I was complaining about how my game's too hard for people to actually beat. But it is significantly easier now. It should feel a lot better for new players, and I'm gonna link some progression in so that you're not gonna encounter all the different varieties of enemies all at once on your very first run. It will be more spread out, kind of like Hades, if you've ever played that game. So that's kind of all that's been done. Working on the boss took way more time than I thought it would. Just polishing out so many bugs. It just felt like it's never ending. In fact, there's still some things that I need and want to change about that fight and about that boss. But, it's all part of the process, and I'm willing to put in the work to get some more done, significantly more done to show you next week. Lastly, I'd like to show off some things in this very awesome program called Sprite. This was gifted to me by an amazing viewer over on Twitch. His name is Ko. I'm super grateful for that. It definitely has helped the game immensely. I also had someone reach out, and I guess we'll get to that in a second, but I had someone show me an organizational program called Trello that really just revolutionized this whole project for me. But very quickly, things that I was able to work on was an updated boss concept for the ruins area. I really wanted a boss idea that was like a giant construct that wasn't just a head. I had just done this plant boss where it just felt like it was just heads. And so I wanted like a body. And so I came up with this idea. It's very similar to the previous idea, but you're going to have these platforms that are moving towards you. You're going to have this boss that charges up his spikes like Godzilla as a fun little reference and shoots out a laser beam. He's going to have 3 weak points you can hit him: his eyeball, his chest, and one in his hand. His arm will lift up and periodically throw or cast these magical boulders. His chest, out of his chest cavity, it will spawn these stone magical pterodactyls or flying dinosaurs. And each one you break will augment the other two's abilities. So if I choose to break the chest piece in the hand, the laser is going to be the most potent. If I choose to break the laser first, it's going to spawn way more birds. If I choose to kill the birds, then the laser and the hand are going to be more potent. So it's going to be a fun kind of balancing, like which mechanics do you want to deal with and which don't. Here's the rock flyer. Here's like the heart that I'm going to stick into the center of this guy. This was obviously just a placeholder like thing, but right there is where it would go. And then I was working on his hand, the one that's going to go on his hand. But this is going to be his eyeball. If we want, we can stick that in there and see exactly how that will look. And then I was fiddling around with Sprite. Has so many cool functions and features that I'm just scratching the surface on. But I was able to get these really cool textures just playing around with the concept here for this boss. And I'm hoping I get this boss done by next week as well. So there's some fun stuff going forward into the future. Lastly, huge shout out to a viewer on YouTube who goes by Jeff. He showed me Trello and walked me through it and was helping me set up my game entirely on Trello. This is a program that allows you to organize things, and it has been a game changer. So this is where I can keep track of all my bugs. So for all of you game dev people out there, this is amazing. I can put a bug in. So I write it in. I say, hey, the plant boss camera jolts back after boss fight. So this is a real bug. I can click on it and I can label it. This is a jungle problem. And then it's labeled. I can look at every bug and I can see, is it just a general bug? Does it have to do with items? Does it have to do with the forest? So now we got 2 in the jungle, and I can organize these. I could even create a tag that's like important or game breaking so that I can even organize what needs to get done and when. I can set due dates on all of these, and it just has like, here's a great one. Here's the plant boss. So I clicked on this. I was going throughout this the whole week. This is everything I need to complete the plant boss. And I went through it one by one, checking off exactly what I need to do. I'm 8 out of 9, 89% done with that. This is so nice. I can look at how many levels I need. I have 33 out of 50 levels done for the forest. I have 20 out of 50 done for the jungle. This is a game changer. This has been so helpful. Before I was using Paint. Many of you have seen in my previous devlogs, I would just check things off manually. This is going to help me so much. It's going to save so much time, and it's really helping me just focus up and clear my brain and be able to work as efficiently as possible. We're coming towards the end of the devlog here. Before we end, I just want to give a huge shout out. The support has been off the charts this week. All of the new viewers, subscribers, followers. I'm very grateful and very humbled by all of your support, by all of your gifts, by all of your advice and help. It has been a game changer, and I'm feeling super excited about the game. And I'm very happy, and I feel very blessed to be in the situation that I'm in. I'm very grateful to my Patreon supporters, all of you over there on Patreon. I apologize, this isn't an edited video. I did not give myself enough time this morning. I've been getting over a sickness, and I know there was other videos I had planned. I was hyping them up last week. Like, I'm going to release other videos. Don't worry about it. Those videos are still in the works. I have been very strapped for time with my wife being super bedridden and sick, and with me also having to deal with the sickness. So just me trying to have to carry the brunt of household duties and having to work through everything like that. I just have kind of been swamped, but I wanted to get work done on the most important things, which was my game. But we can expect a lot more fun things coming next week. Please tune into the streams if you want. I'm going to try and stream every morning, 7:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time to 3:30. I would love to see you pop in, even if it's just for a couple minutes to say hi. Most of the suggestions people give me, they end up coming into the game. So if you've ever wanted to shape part of the game, or you have a great idea, you're watching these devlogs like, oh, he should do this, pop into the stream, talk to me. I interact with every single one of my viewers. So that's where I'm going to end it. I got to go. I apologize once again for the informality of this devlog, but I hope I'm still showing you the most important things and that you're getting excited about the progress and about the future of this game. Please follow it on the Kickstarter pre-launch page so that you can get the game 50% off when it launches, and please follow and wishlist it on Steam so that it gets pushed to other people and the game can be as big and as the best as it possibly can be. All right, I'm going to go. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, and thank you for tuning into this week's devlog.